For years, we have talked about collection of evidence, preservation of evidence, documenting evidence, and one of the things that we've talked about consistently over the years has been the ability to bag heads, hands, and feet. The idea being if we can bag the heads, hands, and feet, we preserve trace evidence that could be caught in hair, underneath fingernails, in a sock or a shoe. But the problem is all the stuff that we've had available to us to do that bagging has been made for surface. When we get into the water, the paper bags, the little plastic things that I've seen, they don't work. So we tried for years to use things like Ziploc bags with wire ties or ropes or anything that would hold and preserve. And the problem with everything that we tried was they would fail because the weight of the water would cause whatever we were using to fall off. We were never able to do that correctly. Then I had an idea. The idea being we need to figure out a way to put something over the hands and feet that will actually preserve trace evidence. Now, if there's blood, I'm probably not going to see it. The technique that I'm going to show you we can do in zero visibility. So if there was blood on there, we're not going to save it. But if we move the body in the water, it's not going to be there when it comes up anyway. What we're looking for is the ability to save and preserve whatever might be there. Well, if I'm going to trap that, I need mesh. If I have mesh that'll let water out, then I can put mesh on and water goes and stuff stays inside the trap. For 50 cents at Walmart, I can buy women's thigh-high stockings. Now, my understanding of the way these things are made is they're going to be made in a production plant, so no human hand has touched these on the inside. They've not been tainted with anything. Can't call them sterile, but they may be able to be called aseptic. Point is I'm not presenting anything to this body that's going to be human related at this point. That's my presumption. Now, the way we've decided to do this, we practice this quite a bit, it's a twofold process. We pull one out, throw the other one away. I'm going to put one on my arm. Then we'll pull another one out. Now I'm going to put this one on top of that. Now, bottom one stays, because what's that doing is giving me protection from contamination to the top. And then all I'm going to do is roll it down my hand. Just like that. Just like a condom. And when I put it on, it's going to go on just like a condom. I put it on the hand, I'll put it in like this. And when I say when I put it on the hand, that means I'm going to have 4 of these in another clean Ziploc bag, along with a single thigh-high hose made of the same material that's going to be prepared just like this. I'll show you that in a second. So when we go down there, I'm going to have a set of these. I'm going to have a backup set of these because zero visibility. If I lose one, I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm going to have backup. My backup diver will usually come down and we'll do he'll take one side or the head or the feet, and I'll do the other. But we'll have extra. So I'll have my set a spare, he'll have his set a spare, just in case we need them. So when I want to use this, what I'm going to do, I'm going to put my hand through it here. I'm going to find the body, I'm going to grab the fingertips, and then all I've got to do, you're supposed to be stiff like I did already. Then all I'm going to do is just roll it down. Just like that.
And underwater, you don't have the other one. You don't have the other one on your hand. You're just using your regular gloves.
No, roll on. I want to do it again. All right, get it prepped. I'm going to come down to the foot.
Pick that one off your hand.
No, I can't yet.
Forget
Okay. This we're prepping with, so when I'm in the water, I'm not going to have this on in the water, just so y'all understand. But if I go through the processes, it'll take me too much time. So I'm going to do the same thing to the foot. I come and grab the toes, and then I can roll it up. Got me one ready? It'll work over hands, it'll work over a pair of feet. uniform rubber shoes. You can wear like a size 14. So with something as simple as 50-cent pair of hose, I can protect whatever trace evidence might be here, might be trapped in the shoe. The head the thigh-high pantyhose, or the thigh-high stockings do the same thing. Roll those up. When I get it situated, now I'm not going to do this on him because it'd be very uncomfortable because it's pretty tight. But what it'll allow me to do is stretch up over the head, and I can pull this down all the way to the neck. If you buy the lesser expensive than this little cheap pack, the elastic band is not nearly as good, so it stretches easier. Anything that we do to the body before we bring it up, we need to make sure it's documented before we hand our documentation off to where the investigators are. Anything that we do that alters the condition, we need to record. But what we're showing is a way that we can actually do the bagging heads, hands, and feet. Does that make sense? All right.
Okay. So guys, and not only that, but this shows something else as well. It shows due diligence.